U.S. President Donald Trump has kicked off the much-anticipated NATO summit in Brussels with an attack on Germany, claiming it is controlled by Russia. Citing the expanding flow of Russian natural gas into Germany and the rest of Europe, the president said the country is a captive of the Russians, The Guardian reported. The belligerent remarks were made at Trump's first engagement of the two-day summit in Belgium, as he sat for breakfast with NATO Secretary-General Jens Stoltenberg. He went on to brand the relationship between Berlin and Moscow inappropriate. The Nord Stream 2 project, an $11 billion extension of the existing Nord Stream natural gas pipeline by the Kremlin-backed gas giant Gazprom and 5 European nations, will double Russia's gas export capability to Germany to almost 250 billion square feet per year. It is expected to become operational by the end of 2019. The U.S. has opposed the project because of its political implications, but work has begun regardless. Trump criticized Gerhard Schröder, Germany's former chancellor, who is now the chair of the Nord Stream consortium overseeing the pipeline. The president said such a relationship was improper and claimed the project should have never been allowed to have happened. Billions and billions of dollars being paid to the country we are supposed to be protecting you against, Trump said to Stoltenberg. Ultimately, Germany will have almost 70% of their country controlled by Russia with natural gas, the president claimed, equating natural gas supply to political control. Germany is totally controlled by Russia, he argued. The NATO summit is part of a 7-day, 3-nation trip for the president. After concluding his business in Brussels, he will spend 3 days in the UK. He will then fly to Helsinki, Finland, where he will meet with Russian President Vladimir Putin. For NATO leaders, seeing Trump jet off for an amicable summit with Putin after a difficult 2 days in Brussels would be a diplomatic nightmare. On his way to Europe, Trump sent a number of uncompromising tweets, setting the tone for what could be the most factious on NATO's 69-year history. A longtime critic of the transatlantic alliance, Trump believes the U.S. carries too much of the financial burden in maintaining the NATO defense network in Europe and has warned he may scale back U.S. commitments unless fellow members increase their input. As part of their NATO commitments, all members are supposed to allocate at least 2% of GDP to military spending. But since the fall of the Soviet Union, few nations have delivered on this pledge. Other presidents never did anything about it because I don't think they understood it, or they just didn't want to get involved, Trump suggested, warning he would take a very different approach. We're not going to put up with it. We can't put up with it, he said. NATO states have now agreed to up their spending, but this will take time, and Trump is not known as a patient man. Indeed, at his first meeting of the day, Trump said the U.S. will not wait for an expansion in spending over a 10-year period, they have to step it up immediately.